Nestled in the heart of upstate New York, Utica is a city steeped in history and charm. Located in the picturesque Mohawk Valley, about 90 miles northwest of Albany, Utica is positioned along the banks of the Mohawk River and at the southern edge of the majestic Adirondack Mountains. In its early days, Utica emerged as a bustling hub in the late 18th century, rapidly growing during the 19th century due to its strategic location along the Erie Canal. This vital waterway transformed the city into a center of trade and industry, attracting waves of immigrants seeking new opportunities. As you stroll through Utica, you'll find a vibrant tapestry of cultures woven together, a testament to its rich immigrant heritage. The city's architecture reflects this diverse history, with grand Victorian homes, historic churches, and modern establishments coexisting harmoniously. Utica is not just about its past, it's also a place of resilience and revitalization. The city has embraced its transformation, fostering a burgeoning arts scene, revitalizing its downtown area, and hosting various cultural festivals that celebrate its multicultural roots. From the scenic views along the Mohawk River to the warmth of its community, Utica offers a unique blend of historical significance and contemporary spirit, making it a distinctive gem in the landscape of New York. On the morning of July 20th, 2015, Mary Yoder, a 60-year-old chiropractor with a thriving practice in Whitesboro, upstate New York, began her day like any other. Described by those who knew her as the embodiment of health, vibrancy, and positivity, Mary radiated warmth wherever she went. That morning, a friend who saw her noted her glowing spirit, and all seemed well as she went about her usual routine, ready to tackle a day of appointments with patients. But as the afternoon rolled around, Mary's day took a sudden and shocking turn. After lunch, she began to feel ill. What started as mild discomfort quickly worsened. She pushed through her workday, determined to finish her scheduled appointments. However, by the time she returned home that evening, Mary was in considerable distress. She complained to her husband, William Bill Yoder, of intense stomach pain, suspecting she had come down with a stomach bug. Despite her normally robust health, Mary's condition deteriorated overnight. Her symptoms, severe vomiting, diarrhea, and excruciating stomach cramps, continued into the morning of July 21st, prompting her and Bill to seek medical help. They headed to the local hospital, where doctors initially believed that Mary's symptoms were caused by a common illness and expected her to recover after an overnight stay. Her condition, however, spiraled rapidly out of control. Within hours, Mary's health worsened in ways that confounded her doctors. Her organs began to shut down, and despite the hospital staff's best efforts, no one could pinpoint the cause. By the next day, July 22, 2015, Mary Yoder, the picture of perfect health just days before, was dead. Her sudden and mysterious death left her family, friends, and colleagues in shock. Initial suspicions pointed to natural causes, a possible undiagnosed infection or rare condition. But when an autopsy was performed, toxicology results revealed a shocking truth. Mary had been poisoned with colchicine, a toxic substance used to treat gout in small doses, but lethal in higher quantities. This finding turned what had been a tragic, unexplained death into a murder investigation. Authorities were puzzled. Mary had no known enemies, and her life appeared serene. But as they began digging into her personal and professional relationships, disturbing details emerged. The first major break in the case came when investigators looked into a young woman named Caitlyn Conley, who worked as an office manager at the Yoder chiropractic clinic. Caitlyn had once dated Mary's son, Adam Yoder, and the relationship had ended poorly. As investigators examined Mary's death, their focus shifted to Caitlyn when evidence surfaced linking her to a suspicious order of colchicine. Emails were traced back to Caitlyn's computer, and a bottle of colchicine was found that had been delivered to the clinic where she worked. Caitlyn denied any involvement in Mary's death, claiming that she had been framed, possibly by Adam.
Adam told you that he did this to his mother, and where he put the colchicine.
Right.
He told you all this. Why would he tell anybody on this what he did? Why would he confide in anybody? You did something to somebody bad.
Right, and I think it's like a power thing.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's a control thing. It's another thing that keeps me...
So he's going to tell you he did something like this and then control you from saying anything, or what? He's going to use that power against you?
Yeah, like, what can I say?
Adam has no control over this phone. Only you do. So we know you went in and logged into that account. There's no way. There's no other physical way. You had to enter a password. You had to log into it. Okay? Agreed?
I hear you.
Okay. There's no other way. He can't do that. He's not here. He doesn't have access to your phone.
Right, I don't think so.
No, he can't. We checked. There's no way he can get into your phone if he's not here. He can't. I don't think be anywhere else. He can't get into your phone. He can't do it. So that's we verified that.
Right.
So we know you're the one that logs into this Gmail account. You didn't know who wrote that letter. So you wrote the letter to the enemy's office and to us. Correct? You said you typed that up at school?
Yeah.
Okay. And you got the letters, the envelopes from the office?
Yep.
Why? Life's not over, Kitty. You're young. Your life is not over. You just need to know why. What drove you to this? What drove you to do this, Katie? Was it Adam?
No, I go to jail. I'll go to jail forever.
No, you will not, Katie. You won't go to jail forever. There's reasons for everything. Why, Katie?
I wouldn't risk my life for this. You don't even know how much. I just want.
I know.
Oh, you don't know.
The case took a complicated turn as the defense pointed the finger at Adam, suggesting he had a motive for killing his mother due to family tensions. However, investigators remained convinced that Caitlyn had orchestrated the murder. In May 2017, Caitlyn Conley was convicted of first-degree manslaughter after 2 trials. The first trial, which took place in 2016, ended in a hung jury.
The family's through a lot, but we're strong and we know she's innocent.
But the second trial concluded with her conviction. Prosecutors argued that Caitlyn had poisoned Mary to take revenge on Adam after their failed relationship. Caitlyn was sentenced to 23 years in prison.
The evidence presented at the trial indicates that Ms. Conley was the only person at that time that knew why this was happening and how her life was going to end. It will be the sentence of this court as to the defendant's conviction for manslaughter in the first degree. She will be sentenced to a 23-year permanent sentence in the state prison.
Mary Yoder's death devastated her family and the community she had served for decades. The bright, caring chiropractor who had dedicated her life to healing others was gone. Her life cut short by an act of cold, calculated poison. What began as a seemingly innocuous illness spiraled into a dark and twisted tale of betrayal, jealousy, and murder.